Hello and welcome. I'm going to start the first chapter of Moments book of class 9th. This is written by Mulkaraj Anand. The name of the chapter is The Lost Child, and as the title suggests, it's very clear that this is a story of a lost child, a child who is lost in a fair. So let's get started. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. It was the festival of spring. So now we know what was the season. It was spring, and normally we have spring in the month of February and March. So the weather is very pleasant and the people are feeling good, so they are going everywhere. Then from the wintry shade of narrow lanes and alley emerged a gaily clad humanity. Here wintry shades means from the season, winter season, and emerged means came out. Gaily means happily and clad is clothed. So the writer says that after the winter season, in this pleasant spring season, people came out in their nice dresses and they are very happy. So the people who are coming out, they are coming in different modes. Some of them are walking, some of them are riding on horses, and others are being carried out in the bamboo or bullock carts. And there is a boy who is running between his father's leg, and he is just like brimming with life and laughter. Brimming, actually it means to be full of liquid, that it flows over the edge. Okay, but here we are not talking about liquid. It's all about the laughter, which is the life and laughter, the happiness which is overflowing. Okay, and this boy is so much full of happiness that he is not able to handle it anymore. "Come, child, come," called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. Now here the writer is talking about a particular child who came out with his parents to enjoy the fair, and he is lagged behind. Lagged behind means here was left behind. Fascinated by means attracted to the toys which he saw on the way, and they were all kept in rows. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes lingering on the receding toys. Now here lingering means lasting long for a time, and receding means left behind as he walked ahead. Okay, so now here the writer is talking about the child whose eyes are fixed towards those things, but his feet were following his parents' command always. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. Now here let me tell you, suppress means put to an end to something, and cold means without feeling of affection, means when you don't find any kind of love or affection in the way a person looks at you, then that is called a cold stare. Okay, so finally when the child reached there, he couldn't stop himself. Okay, why he couldn't stop himself? Because there was a desire in his heart. What was the desire? He wanted the toys. Okay, but he knew it that his parents will not provide him, his parents will not allow him to buy all those, because he could easily see the refusal in their eyes. Okay, but the desire of buying the toys was so strong that he couldn't stop himself from demanding, okay? I want the toy, he pleaded. His father looked at him red-eyed, in his eyes familiar tyrant's way, okay? Now here pleaded means requested, red-eye shows the anger of his father, and tyrant way. Tyrant कौन होता है? Tyrant is a cruel and oppressive ruler. So just like the ruler, his father's eyes were red, full of anger, and he was looking at him. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you?" It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. So after listening the request of the little child, the heart of the mother melted, and melted means she became tender and loving, and she started showing the mustard field and told that it was looking like as if it was melting gold, and she tried to divert the mind of the little child as she found that he was continuously demanding for some or the other thing. Now here pale means dull or colorless, you can say. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. The child followed them in the air, and with his gaze, till one of them would still its wing and rest, he would try to catch it. Now here gaudy means extremely bright, shiny or showy. So in the mustard field he found the dragonflies who were bustling over the field, and these dragonflies were beautiful and had purple colored wings, and they were trying to chase the bees and butterflies. It was looking like as if they were all playing together, and they were all sucking the sweetness of the mustard flowers. The child followed them in the air with his gaze till one of them would still its wing and rest, and he would try to catch it. So gaze means vision. So as the boy was following the dragonfly, he wanted them to sit still, and he wanted to catch them immediately while they were sitting. But it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air when he had almost caught it in his hands. Then his mother gave a cautionary call, "Come, child, come on to the footpath." So when the boy was about to catch the dragonflies, they just fly away, fluttering their wings in the air. And at the same time, the mother of the child gave a cautionary call, which means she gave warning to the child and told her to come on the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast them for a while, being however soon left behind, attracted by little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Now here abreast means side by side and facing in the same way, and teeming out is to pour or empty out. Now here who all are teeming out? All the insects are teeming out. Insects and worms are teeming out from their hiding places, and they want to enjoy the sunshine. So once the child heard her mother calling, he started following his parents again, but again after some time he was left behind because he was attracted by the worms and insects, those who came out in numbers and they were out to enjoy the sunshine. Come, child, come. His parents called from the shade of grove, where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. So, once again, when he was busy in watching all those insects, the parents called him again. Okay, so after listening to his parents who were sitting on the grove means a small wood or a group of trees, and the parents were sitting under the shade of the tree. So once again they called the child and he ran towards them. So it shows that the child is attracted towards each and everything over there, and all the time parents are busy in calling the child so that he may not be left behind. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child as he entered the grove, and forgetting his parents, he began to gather the raining petals in his hands. But lo, he heard the cooing of doves and ran towards his parents, shouting, "The dove, the dove!" The raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. So when he went under the shade of this tree, the petals of flowers started falling on him and he started collecting the petals. And as he was collecting the petals, suddenly he noticed the cooing of the doves. Doves are the birds just like pigeons, and cooing is a sound of doves. So he started shouting. He ran towards his parents and started shouting, "The dove, the dove." So generally it happens with the children that when they see something attractive, they get attracted towards it, and suddenly if they notice something else, their mind gets diverted towards the other thing also. "Come, child, come," they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree, and gathering him up, they took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard field. Now, capers means a playful skipping movement. So, when he noticed the banyan tree, he started going round and round to the tree, and then again parents called him and they just picked him and जैसे उसको गोद में उठाया और फिर से उसे फेर की तरफ लेकर के चले गए. As they neared the village, the child could see many other footpaths full of throng.